Check this out. Author of Real Love Right Now and celebrity love architect Kaylin Rosenberg recently launched a successful, this is awesome, global love movement showing that healthy love is the big trend.
And she's here with us today to talk about her new book as well as some of the events she's going to be hosting this weekend, even tonight. So thank you for coming on with us.
Thank you.
And let's talk about what this word love architect means first for people who might not know what that job entails.
Yeah. Well, really, a love architect is really sort of a hybrid of a matchmaker. It is someone who comes into someone's life or love house and looks at the foundation and the reality and all of the walls that are up that are either healthy and constructive for a good relationship and marriage, or if you're single, looking for your true mate. But we dissect everything. We get in there and we build and or rebuild what you are meant to have an amazing love life. So it's pretty heavy-duty work.
As you go about doing this art, obviously you've done this for a long time, done it with a lot of people. What do you find is the most common thing that gets people to go, wow, this is a great match?
The fact that they really know who they are themselves, that they have a true, genuine sense of self-love and self-honor and self-respect, that they have healthy values and boundaries set in place. They have their identity in check. And when two people are in that space and they come together and there's chemistry and all that good stuff that gets going and flowing, then love and relationship can be amazing and marriage can be amazing as it should be able to be, and friendship can truly be there, which is what's so needed.
So then you see a lot of people, they got great chemistry, but they don't end up together. Why?
Well, chemistry is easy. You know, people say it's difficult to find someone and meet someone, but it's not. We meet people wherever we go. But it's really, we are each carrying our stuff from our childhood, what we learned growing up about love and what we learned from and experienced from past relationships that maybe didn't work out or weren't so fun. We bring all of that with us. And so once the romance is kind of out of the way, or it's settled and we're starting to feel comfortable and we hit our first wall or we have our first trigger, the truth and the reality of who we are and how much we've healed or not starts to show up. And most of us sort of, it's kind of that freeze, fight, or flight thing, and most of us sort of flee. And we flee from mostly, we think we're fleeing from the pain in the relationship and the other person, but really what we're doing continuously is we're fleeing from ourselves and from what we need to look at and heal. So a lot of the work I do is about healing anything that is blocking and getting in the way of real love for people.
So is it usually ourselves blocking ourselves from finding that love? Because there's people out there, and you just mentioned, you know, you meet people every day, but there's people out there who's like, oh, I can't find anyone. Is it because we're putting up our own walls? We're not extending ourselves out enough? You
totally have it. Yeah, fear, right? And I get it. Sadly, there are lots of reasons to be afraid, but there are also really more reasons to be to be in a space of faith and knowing that love is amazing and waiting for you no matter who you are, no matter what you've come out of or you come from. But yeah, there's always an excuse and a reason as to why love can't or shouldn't happen, but it's not true. And once we get to a place of peace within ourselves and a little bit of healing, then it can be really good.
So you've got a book signing tonight about your great book, Real Love Right Now. Does your book help you heal some of those fears? Or?
It sure does, yeah. So it's, it talks about how it helps people find their soulmate in 30 days, but I've had lots of married couples from all over the world tell me that it's really helped their marriages as well, which has really made me happy to hear that. So this is something that is really there to teach people, first and foremost, just how to truly love yourself, where I was told you can't love someone else unless you love yourself. But most of us don't really know what that means. I think we think it's about just eating well or working out, and those are things that are nice and they're kind. It's being kind to yourself doing that, but at the same time it goes far, far, far deeper, and until we really authentically know who we are and what we're really about, it's hard to touch on what real love is.
What do you mean authentically know who you are?
Just really the truth of who you are. We are so influenced by society, by the news, by the media, by energy from one another, and we sort of start to morph into and just sort of naturally and organically become who we believe we're supposed to be based on what's around us. And if we didn't have a strong upbringing with someone teaching us healthy boundaries and true value of how lovable and amazing we are as little beings growing up, we can lose ourselves in that, and all of a sudden the next thing you know, you're stuck in an addiction. You have alcohol addiction, or you have sex addiction, or you have food addiction, or you're shopping all the time and you're filled with anxiety, or you have OCD. Those are all signs and symptoms that we've lost ourselves. That's it. And many people get scared and they think they're stuck there and that they can't go any further, and that's just the way life is going to be or supposed to be. And actually, it's a beautiful sign to say it's a chance to wake up and find yourself and to just totally heal and get good. So,
man, you are phenomenal. So where are you going to be tonight for the book signing?
Barnes & Noble. I'm excited. 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. tonight.
All right, 6 o'clock tonight show. The book signing. She's got some great events she's hosting this weekend as well. So stick around. More on that right after this.